What is up, you guys? My name is Like. Welcome to my podcast, DBFT. This was one of the most frustrating games of the season, man. Ugh. It was tough. I feel like it could have been an easier win. Could have been an easier win. We just sometimes, Mike McCarthy, man. Mike McCarthy, let me just tell you. He plays losing football, bro. He plays losing football. I can't with him, bro. I can't with him. We have too much talent on our team to make the decisions that he keeps making time after clutch situation. He just, he's not a great leader, bro. Let me just start with there's going to be some negativity in this pod, okay? There's going to be some negativity, man, cuz it's well deserved because this shouldn't have been a close game like that. We should have took control of the game. Um, when was that time that when we should have kicked the the field goal instead of and there was another time before the half actually. 1 minute left in the half. We went for it on fourth and goal, and I said, "Why take the points?" There was a penalty on Steele, even though Dak ran it in for the touchdown, but he ran it in because there was a holding on Steele. That's why he made it to the touchdown in the first place. But then we ended up taking the field goal at that situation. We went up 20-14. The other situation was when I wrote all over the page. I wasted half a page just writing, "Take the points, effing this, idiot that." We should have taken the 3 point the field goal to make it 30-28 with I believe, yeah, that was like the ending of the third quarter. We needed to take the field goal there to go up by 2 points. Then rely on our defense to make the stop, which he was confident in the first place. That's why he went for it, right? If we don't make it, our defense got our back. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm pretty sure that's what you're thinking in that situation, but or maybe he's just thinking, okay, our defense don't stand a chance. Let's go and have our offense make this end this game or what have you. But in that situation, bro, you got to put the ball back in your defense's hands. In your defense's hands, you know what I mean? Like, take the points, kick the ball back to them, and hope that your defense can step up early in the fourth quarter, because this was the last minute of the third quarter. Early in the fourth quarter, have your defense make that big stop to get you the ball back. Now you have the whole quarter with a 2 point lead to start off with, bro. That makes a big difference. Other than going for it, getting stopped. Now you were down 35-27, bro. Honestly, I know the last couple weeks I had said something like, "Oh, I wasn't even worried about this game" type stuff. But in this game, I was like right there when we were down 35-27. What was it? 13 minutes to go in the no, that was at the very beginning of the fourth quarter. That's when they scored. They just scored right away. I honestly was ready to take a L, bro. Like, you can't make those decisions, bro. As a leader of the football team, it's one thing if your players want to go for it on fourth down and they're all excited, like, "Yeah, we can do this, we can do this." You saw what happened. CD Lamb did not. He dropped the ball. What are the chances? What are the odds that CD Lamb will drop a football, bro, on fourth down? Not very good odds, but like, I'll take him catching it. I'll bet that he will catch it over him dropping it. But there is still a chance, right? Whenever you bet, there is still a chance that you can lose the bet. no matter what, right? So stop gambling with our win percentage, bro. This is why we have 3 losses in the first place, because you make dumb decisions like this. You know what I mean? And I'm talking to Mike McCarthy in that situation. Like, it doesn't matter what your players want to do. You are the leader. And apparently he likes to go for it. So I think it's him making the decision. But maybe I just feel like he wants to be such. He's not such. I don't know how to say this without sounding like he's not worthy of being in the NFL, but he's not such a great coach. So he tries to make up for it by getting on the players' side, in other words. So he wants to make them happy instead of being that strict coach that's like, no, we're going to go for the field goal. He wants to make the players happy to go for it and going for it in that sense. You know what I mean? And that's what I sense. That's my opinion, okay? If y'all have a different opinion, y'all can leave it in the comments. But all I'm saying is, that's what I feel, bro, from Mike McCarthy. And it's not a good thing, bro. He needs to take charge. Hey, let's kick that field goal. And we have a perfect kicker, bro. 100% field goal percentage. He is now 26 for 26 on the season. Or if it's 27 for 27. I wrote it down somewhere here. 25 for 25. I think he's 26 for 26. I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, you have a perfect field goal kicker that has not missed a 3-point attempt this season, bro. And that's his whole career. That's his whole career. So you cannot go for it instead. There's a chance that your kick. Okay, if you want to go with the analytics, right? Because this is all about analytics. That's how Mike McCarthy coaches, apparently. Obviously, that's obvious because he's going with the percentages of if we make it here, there's a 90% chance that we'll win the game. And if we don't, well, then our odds go down and this and that. You know what I mean? Like, he goes with analytics. It's obvious. So the analytics on your field goal kicker is 100%. There's no more to discuss, bro. Take the 3 points, get a 2-point lead, and now you put the pressure on on their offense, on Geno, on the Seahawks, to go ahead and try to overcome those 2 points. In other words, they got to get a touchdown, and not even the 2-point conversion can get them to I think 6 points. I'm bad at math, but if you're down by 2, if you're down by 2, you go for 2. If you make the touchdown, you're going to be up by 6 points, right? So put the pressure back on them, bro, not on yourself. You know what I mean? If you miss that field goal, I can live with missing a field goal like in that situation, because you missed the field goal, all right, cool. Pressure's back on the defense, pressure's back on y'all. But your field goal kicker is 100%, bro. If you had a bad field goal kicker, okay, you can go for it all day long if you want to, because we know he might miss, and I don't want to do that from 50 yards out or 49 yards, however long that field goal attempt would have been. But you cannot do that in that situation, Mr. Mike McCarthy, bro. That's just a ridiculous. I would have came here with this same energy if we had lost the game. Okay? Because I was already mad at the situation of him going for it in that situation. So I was already up in arms, bro. I was just like, what is he doing out there, bro? Like, so, I mean, CD drops that sort of easy rollout, pitch and catch. You know what I mean? 4th and 2, was it? Doesn't matter what it was. He dropped it. And Dak threw a nice ball, considering that he didn't have much of an angle or wiggle room to put the ball in. You know what I mean? He had a very little space between Lamb, the defender, and the sideline. So he needed to put it where he put it. Dak threw a good ball. CD should have caught it. That's not the point. The point is we should have kicked the field goal, which is 100%. CD catching the ball is not 100%. Whoever on the team catching the ball is not 100%, no matter who it is. They can drop it. Pollard drops passes. Ferguson drops passes. Cooks drops passes. Gallup drops passes. Lamb drops passes. Aubrey makes 100% of field goals. Go with the field goal kicker. That makes 100%. That's just common sense, bro. If you want to talk about analytics, 100% field goal kicker. What are we talking about here, bro? Honestly, bro. This is ridiculous. But nonetheless, 10 minutes in this video, we are 9-3. It feels good to win, but the headache that was, in the process of that game, was just, I can't put in words, bro. I just can't put that in words. I'm tired of Mike McCarthy. And I've said it in wins over and over. When we win the game and we went for it on 4th down in the game, but we ended up winning, I still come in here and talk about Mike McCarthy's decision to go for it, that I didn't like it. I still say that. I always do it. So I'm even keel, bro. I'm even keel. I'm not in here blasting him on losses only. I'm not in here blasting him on wins only. I'm here blasting him on wins and losses. I just call it how I see it. We cannot do that if we want to beat the good teams. This is why I wrote it down. This is why we lose to teams with winning records, because we make decisions like this in the game that ends up losing us the game against teams with winning records. We need to chill. Trust our defense. We have the momentum in that situation. We had the momentum. So don't give it back to them by failing a 4th down, which you did. You gave it right back to them. What saved us, bro, I forgot to say that at the top of this video. What saved us was it was a bad PI call for us on CD Lamb. Remember when, what was that guy's name? I forgot. They said he has a funny name. But that corner on CD side, on that pass interference call, that was I want to say a bad pass interference call. He barely touched CD. I mean, he kind of pulled his shoulder a little bit, but like the announcer said, it had little to do with CD not catching the ball, or it wasn't really holding him from catching the ball. Like an NFL receiver can still easily make that catch. That's what they put up with, little tugs here and there. You saw CD catch a one-handed ball because they were holding back his right arm a couple weeks back. You know what I'm saying? So these are catches that wide receivers should make. And yeah, that shouldn't have been a PI. But good thing it was a PI, because like I'm saying, that saved us. That bad call saved us. Okay? And there was some questionable calls on the field. I don't want to say that was the only bad call. Okay? Some of them went in our favor. Some of them went in their favor. And, it is what it is. But, see, the point is that that saved us. That call saved us, because all the momentum was on their side. We were ready to lose the game. Like I said, we needed a long, big play, fast, quick, and in a hurry. And that flag gave it to us. So we caught a big break in this game, bro. It feels good to win. Yes, it does, of course. I'm a Cowboys fan. We're 9-3 now. But this is a nasty taste in our mouth. Going to play the Eagles next week. Sunday. On the 9th, I believe. Was the 10th. Sunday, December 10th. This is just a bad taste in our mouth going into the next home game against the Eagles, our division opponent, our division rival. Um, I'm not a fan of this negative momentum that we're carrying into the next game, man. We just, uh, nonetheless, my name is like, like, comment, subscribe. If you F with me, if you disagree with me, you could still subscribe to me and give me your opinions on the comments. You know, I could interact with you, this and that, but this is my opinions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a rah Cowboys fan. I'm not that typical, oh, we're gonna win the Super Bowl, this is our year type of Cowboys fan. I just call it like I see it, man. Like, I'm a big fan, never missed a game in my life. um uh where, like, since I was born, I've been a Cowboys fan. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, I keep it. I call it. I was gonna say I keep it 100. I call it how it is. I'm not like the other um, Cowboys podcasters on this platform. I generate my own opinions from what I see. I don't try to say, "Oh, Dak's a MVP this season every season." No, when he's playing bad, and I call it how it is. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't deserve the MVP. I'm gonna say it. This year, he is playing hella good, and he is looking like a candidate. The thing that's gonna decide whether or not Dak is the MVP, I believe, in my opinion, a big statement can be made next week against the Eagles, bro. A big statement can be made for that MVP talk. But right now, as we speak, as a Cowboys fan, die hard, I am telling you that Jalen Hurts deserves the MVP as we speak right now. A big test is coming up for him against the 49ers, I believe they said. I don't know if it's Sunday night or I don't really know, but a big test is coming up for him. Would he lose that game and then lose against us? I believe maybe he would be out of that MVP talk. And Dak would go ahead of him, and maybe even Purdy. I don't know. But as we speak right now, Jalen Hurts definitely deserves the MVP, bro, of the league. Like, he's playing out of his mind. He's playing resilient football, other than just, today Dak was resilient. So that showed a lot for Dak's, MVP candidate debate. You know what I mean? Today was a very good test for Dak. Facing a team with a winning record and beating them. Okay, this is a team that's in the other wild card spot like us right now. We're in the wild card race with the Seahawks, so this is a huge win, especially for Dak's MVP candidacy. So, my overall point is big test coming versus the Eagles, and big test coming for the Eagles against the 49ers. And I just keep it. Oh, well, my point was that I just keep it how I keep it real, bro. I keep it real. I'm not just gonna be coming in here cheering for the Cowboys like I don't see the flaws. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the bad coaching on Mike McCarthy's part, the bad leadership. I mean, so great play calling by Mike McCarthy. Just that rollout play, 4th and 2, going for it, bro. No. And the rollout play in of itself, I ain't feeling that. I wasn't feeling it, but that does it for my rant, I guess. I mean, let's get started on if you're not familiar with my channel, I break down the key plays of the game. I go ahead and talk about a little bit of our next opponent, and then I give the team stats, and then I give away the game balls at the end. So stay tuned for that. Like, comment, subscribe. If you F with me, I would very much appreciate it. Ring the notification bell. I usually post within 1 to 3 hours of the ending of every Cowboys game. That's how I do my thing. I don't really have a set time to post. Know that I'm just coming right after the Cowboys game. So ringing the notification bell will alert you when I post after the Cowboy game. So if you're anticipating me or something, you know what I mean? Ring the notification bell and you'll get alerted when I upload after the game. So you get to hear my opinion. All the things that I say, bro, usually end up in the mouths of Skip Bayless and you know, when Shannon Sharp was there, but now it's, you know, Key and can't believe I forgot his name. Sherm, right? Michael Irvin, you know what I'm saying? Our boy Michael Irvin, and I love Michael, by the way. Like he's a rah rah Cowboys guy, but he still keeps it real sometimes. Sometimes I'm gonna say sometimes, cause he be talking some crazy stuff. Some most times, but yeah, what I say usually gets reiterated on there, man. And I'm just saying that's why I do this. I feel like I have a little knack for our team, a little knack of saying things. I predicted that DaRon Bland would be a star. I predicted that we would have one of the top defenses this year. And that was before Diggs got injured, you know. But I did predict that Bland would be a star. Okay. That was awesome. I would like to go back and clip that and put it on, I don't know, TikTok. I don't even have TikTok, but put it on TikTok, Instagram or something. But yeah, that's in my future. For now, I'm gonna break down the key plays. Let's get into it. First of all, first, I gotta talk about the little fun facts I write down every game now. You know, usually it's stats that come up during the game and stuff like that. But yeah, so this is our 14th straight home game win. Our 15th is gonna be against the Eagles, hopefully. Next game. That would be on our 14 game streak on the line against the Eagles on the 10th of December. There was no punts this game, bro. There was no punts this game. Even if you know, we didn't go for it, we would have kicked a field goal. So there kind of still wouldn't have been any punts. So that's crazy. I mean, that doesn't really happen ever. I don't know if that's the first time. I wouldn't think that's the first time in NFL history, but maybe handful of times that's happened. I mean, if anything, but it could be the first time in history. I'm not sure what they said about that. They mentioned it, but I didn't hear if they said that was the first time in NFL history or whatnot. But we were the two most penalized teams in the NFL. And we kept true to that. We both had over 100 penalty yards this game. And that also points to bad coaching. But that also was just eating me up, bro. You know what I'm saying? This game, just wow. Just, you know, DaRon Bland getting called for the PI, and he got caught, you know, the touchdown caught on him. Even though the one with the PI was a drop, and that was a very right call. Very right call. I hope no one starts talking about tomorrow that they cheated the Seahawks, that should have been a touchdown, because that football touched the ground. The ground cannot help you complete the pass. Like, that's what happened on that play. So if you're one of those maybe Seahawks fans that you know, is gonna argue that was a catch, I mean, fix your eyes, fix your vision, bro. But yeah, that was a drop, but he got caught on the next play to mini Megatron, man. Like, what's his name? Damn, forget his name. Metcalf. Yeah, that wasn't good. Deron Bland didn't have such a great game, but resilience. That's what I'll name this one. Resilience. But very, Dak showed resilience. I don't even know how to spell resilience, honestly. I'm gonna have to look that up. But Dak showed resilience, and Bland showed resilience. He got caught on all game, gave up over 100 yards. He gave up the most yards. I even wrote it down. He gave up the most yards, Bland, in any half by any player this season. I mean, go figure, bro, because he was, giving up one of the least amount of yards in the whole NFL. Come to find out, he comes and gives up over 100 yards this game. So who saw that coming? Nobody. But resilience, bro. He had a pick, which was a huge pick. We needed that pick. Clutch, bro. And he dropped one late in the game, which was kind of a good thing because, it gave us better field position. So, good job by Bland on that second. But, he would have padded his stats a little bit right there. So that sucks for him on that end. But better for us as a team because we got on our on their side of the field. So we would have been on our own side of the field if he would have caught that interception. See? So makes sense to drop it. Maybe he dropped it on purpose. I don't know. Never know. But didn't look like it. First team in NFL history to win first 5 home games by 20 plus points. So now it's the first 6. No. By 20 plus. Oh, yeah. No, that ended. We didn't win by no 20 plus this game. Led league in point differential. We lead league in point differential. My bad. Lead league in point differential. That means how much we're beating teams by. We are in the lead in the league. Scoring most points in league. We're scoring the most points in the league, and that held true today. We have 31.5 points per game, and today we scored 41. My bad. 41. So we won 41 to 35. I don't know why I didn't say that at the top, but 75 pressures by Micah, 12 more than anyone in the league. Today, the game winner was on Micah's pressure. He didn't sack him, but he got another pressure. So he's got a couple more since then. So 75 was the number that they gave us during the game, which was like before halftime, I think it was. So he had a few more pressures after that, but he already had 75, and he already had 12 more than anybody in the league. Of course, he does not lead the league in sacks. That would be nice, but that's the thing, is that Micah gets to the quarterback. Usually, he's coming towards the quarterback He's coming towards the quarterback like in his face. So, like, the quarterback usually sees him and throws it away because they panic. Like Geno on that last play. It's, what was it? 4th and 2, right? And Geno throws it into the dirt instead of getting sacked by Micah because he just saw him right in his face. And, you got to throw it behind your head or something. It's the last play of the game. It's do or die, man. If you don't complete that pass, the game is over anyway. So why not just get rid of the ball? But Geno dirted it. That was weird. But, Micah just saw him in his face so fast and panicked, bro. That's what Micah does. And so those 75 pressures I'm pretty sure he has around 80 now. Um, but leads the NFL in pressures. Fourth straight home game scoring 40 plus points. So that streak was continued today. Fourth straight home game scoring 20 plus points. You know what I'm saying? Ties NFL single season record. Matter of fact, ties NFL single season record. So if we score 40 plus next week against the Eagles, we are going to have another NFL record this season, bro. I think this is the most NFL records being broken by any team in a while, bro. I don't even remember, so many records being broken like that. NFL records, I'm saying. Because we've broken franchise records here and there throughout the seasons and multiple times a season. But I'm talking about NFL single season records is like, we're playing good football, bro. But we got to become great by stopping making bad choices. And I'm alluding to the coach on that. But yeah, let's get into the key plays. I'm half an hour in. Oof, man. Key play number 1. 10 minutes in the first quarter. Great catch by Terp on the 2-yard line. That was a great catch, bro. Dak threw it high, and Terp went and got it. The coverage, the corner, I guess. I don't know if he had a corner on him or not, but I'm pretty sure it was a corner. Had his back turned, and Terp made him pay. And Dak did too. Dak threw a good ball. That gave us a first down, I think, inside goal-to-goal situation. So, yeah. And great blocking on that play by the O-line, by our O-line. So, that was awesome. They stop us at the goal line. Great stop by them to hold us to a field goal. But we drove down the field, pretty nicely. I like that part. But yeah, we got to make them pay with by getting a touchdown in that situation. That's also, what kept us from getting an early start on them. And then we ended up trailing for the first time in the home game all season. So because of that, we got stopped for a touchdown when we just marched down the field like nothing. You know what I mean? In 5 minutes, we were already at the goal line. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I would have liked to get a touchdown in that situation. But like I said, I always like 3 points over going for it every time. Well, I wouldn't say every time. I wouldn't say 100% of the time. But 99% of the time, take the points. Aubrey gets his 23rd field goal of the season. He is now 23 for 23 with 9 minutes in the first quarter. So then 7 minutes in the first quarter, Wilson takes horrible angle. This was the long touchdown completion to Lil Megatron. He just reminds me of Megatron. I sort of try to say Megatron every time I mention this dude, because he just reminds me of him. Megatron Jr., but he's not Megatron. Don't get me wrong. He's not 3 defenders on him. You can still throw it to him and he'll go up and get it type. I haven't really seen that from him. I don't know. I could be wrong, but he's not on that level, but he is Lil Megatron for sure. I'll give him that. But Donovan Wilson takes horrible angle as the safety on this play on a slant to I forget his name, Metcalf. and Bland gets burned. Ugh, that was nasty to watch, bro. 7 minutes in the first quarter. That was nasty to watch. 7-3. We gave up a touchdown on that play. It was good coverage by Bland. It was good coverage, but he gave up the great defense, better offense type situation. You know what I mean? Because he went for the PBU, the pass breakup, and he didn't get it. He lost. He lost in that situation. I'm pretty sure he would have wanted to have that back and probably just run through to tackle him instead of trying to go for the, pass breakup. But stuff happens, and it didn't help that Wilson took a bad angle. That I think your priority should be Metcalf right there in that situation. Unless someone, because he moved up, Wilson moved up too far. Like if he was gonna defend the run or something. I don't know if that was a play action or not. I didn't see that. I didn't really pay attention to that, but he moved up as if he was gonna play the line of scrimmage or something, bro. Like Metcalf is right there, bro. If he catches a slant, he's gone. And sure enough, that's what happened. I mean, you saw the speed, 22 point. I don't know what. That's the fastest speed, and he got the fastest speed in the season so far this season, and the fastest since 2020. He marked the fastest speed since 2020 on that play. So you cannot move up too far to let him just go and score on you like that, bro. That was a bad play on us. So that's Bland and Wilson's fault right there. First time we've trailed at home. Right then. Just because we didn't get the touchdown. We got held to a field goal, you know what I mean? Which wasn't that big of a deal in that point. I'm just like, okay, 7-3. We still got this, But yeah, I mean that's, you got to put it in the end zone. That goes to our red zone troubles again. So then Dak, pretty pass to CD dot. That was the one in the back of the end zone early in the game. I didn't write down how much time was left, but it was about 5 minutes left in the first quarter. And now it's 10-7. 10-7. So in the last game, I think it was the last game, I said something about where we didn't look great on grass. And I said pause or something like that because, on grass, like smoking or whatever. But anyways, they compared our stats to on grass to on turf. On grass versus on turf during the game. And I thought it was interesting because, I said that we didn't look great on grass against who was the game against? That we were on grass, and I mentioned it. Was it last week? Maybe. It wasn't. Not last week, but the week before that. But I'm thinking of yeah, it's been 7 days since Turkey Day, right? But the game before that, I believe was the game that I called it that we just didn't look great on grass. And we're 2-8 on grass. On turf, we're 19-1. We are now 20-1 because we won today. On grass, we have averaged 20.4 points a game. On turf, we've averaged 32.7 points a game. Huge difference. On grass, we've averaged we've given up 26.7 points per game. On turf, we've allowed 14.7 points per game. So huge differences there, bro. Prescott, he's 19 touchdowns and 13 interceptions on grass. On turf, in the past 2 seasons, by the way, this is the stats for the past 2 seasons. On turf, he has 32 touchdowns and only 10 interceptions. That's a whole nice little season stats right there. That's good season stats right there. In 2 seasons of home games or of turf games combined. My bad. His QB rating 85.1 on grass, which is not bad, but when you compare it to his on turf stats rating 108.6. So we are a much better team on turf versus on grass, and I mentioned it 2 weeks ago. So interesting that I noticed stuff like that, and I didn't really know that it was like that, but I just mentioned it that week. But interesting. Anyways, I wrote that down because of that. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Another bad Mike McCarthy call. I couldn't believe this one. Given where they were at on the field. That's why. Given where they were at on the field. You declined a penalty that would have made it 2nd and 19. Pinning them back. They don't have really an explosive offense. They hadn't scored that many points coming into this game. They hadn't scored in their last in the last 9. They hadn't scored a touchdown in their last 9 quarters or something like that. I forgot what they said. I think it was 9 quarters. So that's 2 games and a quarter worth of quarters. So something like that. I forgot what they said, but I mean it was a drought of them not scoring. So 2nd and 19, you decline the penalty to make it 3rd and 7. Of course, from there you can stop them on 3rd and 7. If it's an incomplete pass, they will punt it. But if they get it close in that situation, they're gonna go for it. So in that situation, bro, we had a sort of similar situation. I think it was last week in the first half or something like that. And I agreed with declining the call so that we only can stop because I believe it was against the Commanders. Then they didn't have they don't have such an explosive offense, so you can stop them, and get the ball back. But in this situation, all I'm saying is, in this situation, they're moving the ball on you like nothing. They have a little bit of momentum on their side. If you knock them back to 2nd and 19, I don't think they could get out of that hole. They end up punting the ball. There would have been a punt in this situation right there. We would have had them punt the ball. We wouldn't have punted the ball, but they would have punted the ball. So this changed the whole complexion of the game right here, bro. Right here. This was a big I'm gonna call that a losing play. Things like that, bro. This is why I love key plays, because it points out the things that you can correct or the things that they did wrong that not everyone points out. Maybe it'll be mentioned on Undisputed, but I just love breaking the game down like that, bro. This is why I started doing this, because I feel like there certain things that happen need to be mentioned that it could have been the opposite and it would have been a better game for us in this situation. But in general, for you, like whoever is the team, your team, things like this, man, just easy as that. This is a losing play. 2nd and 19 versus 3rd and 7. Which one would you take? Deep in their own territory. Well, not deep in their own territory. They're about at the 50-yard line, right at the 40-yard line or something like that, their own 40-yard line. So you want to knock them back so they could get back to the 30-yard line. You know what I mean? Or something like that. I forgot but they were in their territory. So that's why you want to go with the 2nd and 19 versus a 3rd and 7, because they've been moving the ball on you. So knock them back. I believe they can get 5 yards on you, 6 yards on you, maybe make it 3rd and 10 if they're lucky. And then now they have a 3rd and long instead of a 3rd and 7. You see what I'm saying there? So 3 minutes left in the first quarter. That happened. That was a big decision on Mike McCarthy's end. Stupid decision. Stupid. It's stupid. You don't do that, bro. You take the penalties. 2nd and 19. That's a crazy situation. 2nd and 19. Not many people can come back from that, and they don't have that offense that can come back from that if you don't give them the momentum. You know what I'm saying? They already had the momentum. Take it away by making it 2nd and 19. You know what I mean? That would have changed the whole complexion of the game from there. But they end up, I think they ended up going for it on 4th down somehow. And then we got the ball back. I forgot what happened in that little instance, but I didn't take another key play note until the second quarter, 13 minutes in the second quarter. Nice run with Pollard on 4th and 1. I low-key agreed with that 4th and 1 call, with that 4th and 1 going for it early in the game, because you're on their side, their territory. And you know, if they stop us somehow, but that was a good play call. I'm willing to live off of that run. Pollard needs to get that first down. I'm willing to live off of that. That's a very high percentage that you're going to get that one. But going for a pass on 4th and 2 and late in the game, and you could have a field goal with your perfect field goal kicker, that's a different story. But this was about at the 40-yard line. So not a bad call to go for it on 4th and 1 in that situation. Not a bad call, because you would have punted the ball most likely in that situation. So, I mean, cool. You know, we go for it and we get it. So, not bad. Not bad. Dak to Cooks. Nice, easy play. That goal line play that we got the touchdown on. That was nice. 17-7. 11 minutes in the second quarter. Just a great read by Dak. He threw it to where the blitz was coming from, because the blitz wasn't right in his face. He was in shotgun position, you know, and yeah, he was just able to just see the field better. He saw the guy coming right at him, pause, and just threw it kind of over his head. You know what I mean? He had a lot of space to work with. You know what I mean? Like, he could see past him. So it wasn't a situation where you're at the goal line and someone's coming at you. Like they were talking about, he should have thrown it to Cooks on that rub play a couple weeks back. But the blitz was coming from that side. You don't have that much space. You have to throw it right under the guy, you know, right over the guy, because there's not that much space between him and the receiver to throw the ball. In this situation, they're out a little further, and the blitz is coming, and you have a lot more room to get behind the guy and throw it behind the guy. It's just a different situation, but great read by Dak. Great catch by Cooks. Nice touchdown right there. 17-7, 11 minutes in the second quarter. Then the next key play would be, who is that? Oh, yeah. Evans. That's number. I didn't even write down his number. The new guy that we got. Number. I know his number, but I just can't remember it right now. I totally know his number. I'm mad that I can't remember it. But anyways, Evans, 32, number 32. Evans doesn't get his head turned around downfield versus Lockett and gets bad PI call. I don't understand. Because if I was in that situation, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not an NFL player, but I at least have the skill to when you see someone kind of looking back and getting his hands out, you would think to look back too and try to pick the ball off because you know where it's coming because he's already showing his hands. You know what I mean? So I don't understand why NFL players keep going and don't get their head turned around. It's not like if he was still running forward. He was coming back towards the ball. When you see the receiver stop and try to do this to reach out for the ball, it's safe to turn. It's safe to say that you can turn in that situation. You know what I mean? Try to get the pick. But this dude just kept running. Evans just kept running, ran into Lockett, and it was a great game. You know? Like, I don't understand why NFL players do this. I mean, like, they're in the NFL. They don't have more skills than me. They don't have more skills than you. I'm pretty sure you would have turned around and tried to make a play on the ball as well as if you see the receiver already doing this right in front of you. He's right in front of you and he's doing this. That means he's already coming. So turn around. You know what I'm saying? You know where the ball's about to come because he's doing this. That means it's going to come low. So you can turn around and try to snatch it. But this dude just and I don't understand, bro. I don't understand how you can't make that play. Yes, it's all the way downfield, but you're not chasing anymore. You're already in position. It would be a big difference if you're still chasing. Then you're afraid to turn around because you might allow the catch. In that case, you do want to do this. But when the guy's already turning for the ball and trying to spread his arms out, come on, man. Come on, you got to turn around and make a play on the ball. That sort of same situation happened to Bland in the end zone where he got called for the PI earlier in the game that I mentioned. And he didn't turn around either, but that's because he was beat. You know what I mean? He was beat and he was out of position. He didn't have time to turn around. You know what I mean? He was still trying to gain on the guy. He was still trying to run. But in this situation, it was different. You had to turn around. You had to make a play on the ball, bro. A similar one was also with Bland, was to Metcalf again on the sideline. Bland could have turned around and gotten that pick, but Bland didn't get his head around. I was surprised because Bland doesn't really get caught on like that. When Bland usually gets his head turned around when he's in position, and he should have known he was in position in that situation because Metcalf was already running towards the sideline. It was a sideline route, and he was getting his hands out. So Bland, yeah. I mean, I didn't understand why Bland didn't try to make a play on that ball. But we are up 17-7. 9 minutes in the second quarter, and this happens. So then, yeah. On the next play, 9 minutes as well. Oh diggity, I like the way you work it. Oh diggity. Sorry, I hit the mic. Gets a nasty TFL, bro. That was nasty. That was nasty. He just like ripped right through the block and got in the end zone, in the backfield, and made the TFL. That was nasty, bro. That was nasty. That's the Juggernaut right there. I'm giving him the nickname, the Juggernaut. That's me. Or O'Diggity. O'Diggizua. You know what I mean? But he was a high school wrestler. They mentioned that. I wrote it down. I did not know he was a high school wrestler. That was pretty interesting facts because it shows, bro. Supposedly he's undersized, 280 pounds at DT. But dude looks big, bro. his arms look crazy and stuff. I don't understand how he's undersized, but apparently he is. I don't even know how tall he is, but yeah. I don't know if that was the play. I don't think that was the play that he came off the edge, right? Because they put him on the edge once, and he made a play on off the edge, like as a D end, and they had Micah as DT on his position. They switched positions. That was interesting. But Diggity, he looked good coming off the edge, bro. That's all I'm saying. What if you switch him and Lawrence? Maybe. What if you put O'Diggity on Lawrence's side and put Lawrence D-Law on the DT position? Maybe you experiment with that a little bit. You know what I mean? I mean, O'Diggity's already undersized. D-Law would sort of be too. And yeah, might be something there. Who knows? But O'Diggity is a young player, so you know, we might have our D end already here. You know what I mean? Because he's not super fast or anything, but he's not slow either, and he has strength. You know what I'm saying? And he showed that he could get off the edge right there, go under. He went under the block. That was nice to watch. I forgot when that happened. I don't even think I wrote it down actually, but yeah, nice to watch. But anyways, so running back, Chardonnay. I was gonna say Chardonnay. Charbonnet, right? That's his name. Yeah, he scored his first touchdown of his career against us. 8 minutes in the second quarter left till halftime. 17-14. Our lead. Yeah. Not great. Then the next key play, 1 minute left. There's 7 minutes that went by from the last key play to the next key play. 1 minute left before halftime. We go for it on 4th and goal. I'm not even going to waste my time on how this was a bad call. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Take the points. Before the half, you could go up 20-14. They're going to get the ball back. But after halftime, you can make a big stop. Then you're up 20-14. Then you depend on your defense, bro. Show some confidence. It's 20-14. It's not 20-20. It's not, they're not ahead yet. They're not ahead yet. Take the points. But instead, you go for it. You get a holding call. You get brought back. Momentum, kind of, and then they go and score when they get the ball back. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep the momentum, bro. Just keep the momentum, kick a field goal, give them the ball back, have some pride in your defense. You know what I'm saying? But we go for it on 4th and goal. I immediately wrote down, we go for it on 4th and goal. Why? Take the points. Before that play even happened. Well, I already saw Mike McCarthy doing his little play call. I already saw that, and I was just like, oh, he's about to go for it. God damn. Sorry for cussing. Anyways. Oh, yeah, man, that's crazy. But yeah, I wrote it down. Why take the points? Then the penalty on Steele. Who knows if that's saved or not, because if he doesn't hold, we get stopped, and now it's their ball, and we didn't score. Hard to say. But Aubrey kicks a field goal instead because we get called for holding. We get called back, and we go for the field goal. So now it's 20-14 with 1 minute before halftime. They get the ball back. Fowler lines up offsides before half. Lines up offsides. Why does that keep happening to our team? This is why we are an undisciplined team, bro. We do dumb. How do you line up offsides? I can't for the life of me, bro. If you put me in an NFL game, I would never, promise you, I would never line up offsides. A kid wouldn't line up offside. Like, come on, bro. You're an NFL player lining up offsides over and over. I believe this is like his third one of the season lining up offsides. There's no excuse for lining up offsides as an NFL player, bro. That's just... Look at the sideline. Look at the sideline to where you're lined up. Check if you're good. Just like the receivers, when they go like that to the referee to, hey, I'm good. Hey, look to the sideline. You don't have to ask, you don't have to ask the ref if you're good, but look to the sideline to see where you're at compared to, the line of scrimmage. Every play, bro. How could you line up offsides? I don't understand that. So that was a penalty that's a losing play. That moved them and gave them a first down with 29 seconds left before halftime. That's what made them go ahead and get the touchdown in the first place. Fowler lining up offsides. That's a losing play. I wrote it down. Losing play. Stuff like this is why we lose to winning to above 500 teams, which they're not at above 500 anymore because we gave them an L. Luckily, because of a penalty that went our way. But you cannot have plays like this. This is dumb, bro. It's just dumb. It's very dumb. It's very dumb, bro. I can't say how dumb it is. I can go on, try to say how dumb it is, but I just can't get a grasp of how to say how dumb this was. It was just dumb. Like, you can't line up offsides, bro. At least have them draw you offsides. Even then, that gets on my nerves, but at least you were on, on your side before they drew you off. But how do you line up offsides? I don't understand that, bro. You're an NFL player, bro. You have one job, literally. You have one job. Line up on your side, then go get the ball when it's snapped. That easy. But you're lining up offsides. That's a losing play. We go ahead and give up I was about to cuss. We go and give up a touchdown off of that, bro. Because of you, Fowler. Losing play, bro. That right after that was the play to the receiver that I wrote it down. Ground can't help receiver catch ball. That was my opinion before they overturned it, and the announcers were smoking something, bro, because they were like, "Oh, that looks like the ball didn't move at all." What are you watching, bro? When the ball hits the ground, the ball hit the ground, and then the receiver was able to get his hand under it after the ground stopped the ball from coming out. You know what I'm saying? The ball was like halfway. The receiver had like a third of the ball tucked in, and the 2/3 of the ball hit the ground. You can't do that, bro. I don't know what the announcers were looking at, what they were smoking. Even the guy that they asked, the referee that they asked, the official, good thing he wasn't calling the play, because he would have called a touchdown. You got to have sufficient evidence to overturn. That's plenty of sufficient evidence when 2/3 of the ball is coming out, bro. What are you talking about? These guys were on crack or something, bro. I don't know what they were on. But that was an incomplete pass all through and through. I didn't see any. If it was the Cowboys, like I said, I keep it real, bro. If that situation happened to Dez Bryant, that would have been an incomplete pass. It just would have. Now, the Dez Bryant non-catch was a catch. I believe full on that it was a catch. He took 3 steps, made a football move to stretch to the goal line, then lost the ball. It never hit the ground. You can't see clear evidence that it ever hit the ground. It was a catch. Okay. But in this situation, you can see where the ball hits the ground. You can see where the player fixes the ball after it hits the ground. It's a clear incompletion, bro. I don't know what the announcers were smoking in this situation, but it was somewhere along the lines of crack. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But that was a PI on Bland. Either way, so incomplete or complete or not complete, they still got right at the goal line before halftime because of a stupid play by Fowler lining up offsides. See what I mean? It all domino effects, bro. If Bland wouldn't have gotten that PI, which is also a losing play, I gotta be fair. I gotta keep it real, right? Like I say I keep it real, right? Losing play by Bland on that situation because he got the PI and he put him at the goal line before halftime. He's gotta have better coverage. He's got to have better coverage than that. He's our star corner now. He's got to have better coverage than that. There's no excuse. But everyone gets burned every once in a while. No one's perfect. Randy Moss caught a one-handed catch on Darrelle Rivas late in Randy Moss's career when he was with the Patriots. So everybody gets beat. Every corner gets beat, even the star ones. So, it is what it is. But you shouldn't do a pass interference in that situation. You shouldn't get a pass interference in that situation. In that key of a situation. You can't. If you get a pass interference, they're going to come to the goal line. So just take the L. If he catches it, he catches it. If he doesn't, which in this case he didn't, so now you get to live to fight another day. If you wouldn't have PI'd, he wouldn't have caught the ball anyway. So you know what I mean? That's my belief. He wouldn't have caught the ball anyways. So even though it would have been a cleaner catch, I believe the same sort of thing would have happened. But anyways, Bland still gives up TD on the next play. So besides getting the PI, putting him at the goal line, he gives up the TD on against Metcalf. And on that touchdown to Metcalf, D-Law was offsides. So if we had stopped them, let's just say Bland knocks the ball away from Metcalf somehow, or even picks the ball in the end zone, it would have still been their ball at the goal line because it was an offsides by D-Law on that play. Just we got on my nerves this game. Okay, we. Yes, I said we. We. Because I'm a diehard. You know what I mean? 90-second drive. March down the field. Not so great offense. Keep in mind. March down the field. 90 seconds before halftime on the best defense in the NFL. Top 3 for sure. How? I don't know. Maybe because Fowler was offsides. Lined up offsides. Maybe because Bland gave up a PI at the goal line. You know what I mean? Like, crazy, man. Penalties killed us this game, obviously. Killed them more than it killed us because, I mean, we survived. But halftime, we're down 21-20. It is an hour and 10 minutes into this video, and I feel like I'm almost done. But I got a whole page left. So let's get on with this real quick. 12 minutes. 12 minutes in the third quarter. 15-yard face mask on Bell. Coming out of halftime after we just gave up a touchdown before halftime in 90 seconds. This dude, Bell, which has been playing awesome football, good football, has been a nice linebacker for us, but he wants to go and get a 15-yard face mask. Coming right out of halftime. 12 minutes, 3 minutes since halftime. 15-yard penalty on Bell. That keeps the momentum on their side, bro. Keeps the drive going. They end up getting a rush TD by Geno Smith. Holding on defense declined. So if we would have stopped Geno from getting that touchdown or stopped them, whatever down that was, they would have still gotten a first down, automatic first down because of defensive holding in the goal-to-goal situation. So even when they score, we still get caught up for a penalty. So they would have had a mulligan. Shout out to Madden for, teaching me what a mulligan was back in the day. You know what I mean? But 28-20, 10 minutes in the third quarter. Not looking good in this situation. I was just like fed up at this point. But I'm like, okay, we got this still. You know what I mean? At this point, I'm like, we got this still. Okay. I wrote down 7 minutes in the third quarter. I wrote down CD is annoying when he gets a penalty. He stops playing. When he gets a penalty called again for him, he stops playing. He could have still caught the ball. That's what I wrote down. Because every time he gets interfered with or something like that, bro, CD just stops playing and he points at the ref. He's like, points at the ref, points at the guy. Is like, hey, call the play, call the penalty. But in this situation and a couple other situations, he still had a chance to make a play on the ball, and he just stops. He just stops and says, hey, pass interference. But especially here in this situation, the ball got tipped up in the air. He could have still looked for the ball, tried to still catch the ball, and run with it. Maybe he makes a bigger play than just a pass interference call. You know what I mean? And he makes an amazing highlight. Even then, even if he gets the pass interference call on him, for him, he still would have made a great play if he would have still searched for the ball after he got interfered with. It got tipped up in the air and it was just like floating there. The guy almost intercepted it. The defender almost intercepted it. And Lamb just stopped on the play, just looked at the ref and was like cheering because he called the pat. Weird. I don't know why Lamb does that. He does that over and over. It's like the 4th time or 5th time that I've seen him do it this season, bro. It's crazy. I don't know why he does that. I've never seen a player do that. I've always seen a player go and play through contact unless he's completely interfered with where he gets stopped on his tracks. That's different. But I don't understand why he does that. He needs to stop that. They need to tell him, the coaches need to tell him on when they're watching film to not do that anymore. I'm just saying. But I am hungry. I'm about to go get some food after this video. Man, I'm hungry. It is about to be 1 a.m. in 15 minutes, so I'm going to try to rush this as much as I love to talk about our Cowboys. Ferguson stands up to Adams. Yeah. I wrote that down. Number 33, the safety that I really wanted to get, by the way. But after watching this game, I don't know. I think we're better off with our safeties a little bit. But, um, but I mean, he is a hitter though. He lays down the wood. Pause. He lays down the wood. Okay, but he's not a very good pass defender because he got a couple of burns on his end. Um, but yeah, Ferguson stands up to Adams. I love that. Ferguson, bro, is growing on me, even though I forgot to write it down, but he dropped a pass earlier in the game. That should have been a touchdown. I believe it was in that drive where I believe it was on the drive where we got the field goal 3-0 to begin the game. Ferguson dropped a touchdown. Okay, he dropped a touchdown. That should have been caught. Doesn't matter. The defender got his hand and ripped, hit the ball, pass breakup. He needs to go up there and snatch that ball like if his life is on the line. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. But he dropped the pass early in the game. But anyways, he's growing on me. Even then, he's growing on me. He ain't Jason Witten, but he's growing on me, bro. He has some fire to him. And as Dak said post game, I saw the little post game interview. Dak said he's a little crazy. Ferguson is a little crazy. So I like that. But he's growing on me for sure. I like players that have fire in them like that. You know what I mean? That says a lot about a player. When they're not just like, go back to the huddle. The defense just screamed in his face. He goes back to the huddle. Nah, he's getting in his face. And Adams sort of he's probably going to get fined. Adams is probably going to get fined because he threw a little uppercut to Ferguson and got him. And I don't know, the refs didn't even see it. He was sneaky with it. But he might get fined for that. I wouldn't be surprised. But nonetheless, Ferguson was right in his face talking smack, which is the way I want all our players to be. Of course, you need to have the peacekeepers, okay? You need to have the peacekeepers, because if not, that would just be a crazy out of unfunctional team, right? But I love that. You got to have some players like that. Okay, let me just put it that way. I believe another one would be Ty Smith, our, number 73, our guard. He's a little, but he's quiet for most of the time. But if you mess with him, I've seen him go at players, like just get in their face and stuff like that. So he's about that life for sure. But 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Toss to Pollard. Nice play. That was a touchdown. Yeah, that was a touchdown. Okay, anyways. Toss to Pollard. Nice play. To get the touchdown. And we go for one. I was surprised because Mike McCarthy loves to just do the opposite of what I'm thinking all the time. And no, we went for one. So yeah, that was good that we, kept it within 1 point in case they go and score. You don't want to be out of the contest now, like, down by 2 scores or something like that because they made it a 9-point or 8-point lead, whatever, in that situation. So I would much rather have gone for one. That's what I do in Madden. Okay, that's what I do in Madden. And by the way, I'm pretty good. I'm top 500 in Madden. I got a PS4 though. I don't know if that makes a difference, but that's what I'm used to. That's what I'm keeping, okay? But I'm top 500 in Madden. It's a big deal. You know what I mean? I'm pretty good. But anyways, that's what I do in Madden. I go for the 1-pointers because I know that I'm good enough to, overcome that 1 point deficit. So 28-27, 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Bland gets INT. And I wrote down, that's right. Geno slams helmet on the sideline. Yup. That's what I wrote down. Geno slams helmet. Yup. Yup. I forgot. Yup. Yeah, that's what I meant to do. Like, like Trey Songz right there. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Bland gets his INT. That was awesome, bro. That was awesome. That was awesome to watch. I got fired up right then. I was fired up. I even wrote in all caps. You know. But yeah, shout out to Bland, bro. You know, being resilient. That's the title of this game, resilience. Because Dak was resilient, because, you know, he didn't turn over the ball or anything, but he kept his composure and delivered when we needed to, bro. Every time, bro. Dak didn't let us down this game. No picks, no fumbles. That's a lot to be said, bro. So that's why I'm naming this video resilience. But also by Bland. You know what I mean? He gave up over 100 yards in the first half. And then he comes and gets a very clutch INT when we're only down by 1 point going into the fourth quarter, 28-27. Big. It says a lot about Bland, bro. He keeps his head straight. It's like, it reminds me of Steph Curry or something. Like, you missed your first 10 threes of the game, but you're going to take that 11th three like if it was your first, you know what I'm saying? Like your first attempt. That's what Bland reminded me of. Not that Steph Curry would ever miss 10 threes in a game. I don't think he's ever done that in a row. I mean, I don't know if he's ever done that during a game. All I'm saying is it reminded me of something, of a situation like that. You know what I mean? Like, he's a great corner. He's a star, and he's going to keep coming at you no matter how many times you've burned his ass. Like, yeah, I like that a lot, bro. That showed a lot about Bland, bro. That said a lot about Bland, and I love him even more now that he was able to get punched in the mouth and still kept on chugging and got that an INT. You know what I'm saying? Much needed, big, huge game winning game. What was I gonna say? Winning play, as I was saying. Winning play. But here comes the losing play. Because on 4th and 2, Mr. Mike McCarthy, instead of kicking a field goal and taking the lead 30-28, which I talked about at the very top of this pod, instead of getting the 30-28 lead, no, it wasn't a gimme field goal, but your field goal kicker has not, till this point in the season, is 26 for 26. He has not, and before this, he was 24 for 24. 24 for 24. I take the field goal in this situation 10 times out of 10 freaking times. But I talked about it at the top, so I won't go through it again. All I can say is I wrote down in all caps. I used like damn near half of the take the points, effing idiots. And I mean McCarthy. Take lead with field goal. Your perfect field goal kicker. and then you get the drop by Lamb. I wrote all that down before Lamb dropped the ball. I wrote all that down before Lamb dropped the ball. What else can I say? I'm not a predictor, bro. I'm just, what can go wrong? I'd rather try to do right. Kick the field goal, take the points, 2-point lead. If you miss the field goal, live with it, bro. But don't live with this. No points at all. No points attempted on this play is what I'm saying. If you get that first down, it's not even a guarantee that you're going to get into the end zone. You can still wind up kicking a field goal. Then you have, it's just the worst situation. Man, just keep the momentum on your side because it was on your side. You just had a Bland get an INT. The whole crowd was on its feet, bro. And you want to go for it on 4th and 2 and not convert? It's nasty. It's nasty. It's nasty. But here I go again. Here I go again. Just reiterating what I did at the top of the video. All I'm saying is that was a very, very big losing play. But we eluded it with the PI that went our way. Luckily. So then they get the ball back, and the first play, sorry for that. The first play after they get the ball back, after they stop us on 4th and 2, big completion to Fant on first play. Big completion, like 30 yards they gained on that play. They got right to midfield on that one play, near midfield. Like, that's momentum swinging, bro. The momentum allowed them to get that easy play because they just feel themselves now. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that ever, bro. It's idiocy, bro. It's idiocy. You don't want to do that. You gave them all the momentum. They just stopped you. Now they're fired up. When you had gotten the INT and y'all were fired up, you had the momentum. Could have gone up 30-28. Put the pressure back on them for Geno to go and score a touchdown instead of just, or I mean, you know, you take a 1-point lead with a field goal if you get a field goal. You know what I'm saying? But obviously they're trying to get a touchdown, right? So anyways, you put the pressure back on them, bro, if you get that 2-point lead. And then Geno goes and makes a mistake. We get the ball back. Now we can take and basically end the game with a touchdown. We'll take a 2-possession lead if that happened. You know, 7 plus 2, 7 points plus a 2-point lead that we already would have had is 9 points. You cannot score 9 points in one NFL possession. Last time I checked. Man, bro, it's crazy football. I don't understand where this dumb analytics stuff came from in Mike McCarthy's world. I mean, we heard about analytics. I mean, it's in basketball too. It's just dumb, bro. Go with the flow of your current game, because the flow of the current game is what makes let's just say there's a 90% chance that you'll win the game if you convert this. The 10% is based off of games like this. The 10% of people that don't go and win in the 90 percentile of that situation is because they're the ones losing the play, because they don't go with the losing the game because they don't go with the flow of the current game. They go by the analytics. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. And I know what I'm saying. I just wish, bro, I could knock some sense into Mike McCarthy. I swear, bro. I wish somehow, you know how he has a headset? I wish somehow I could just, no, we're not going for it on. into his headset. I wish that I could do that, bro. And he'll be like, who the heck is this? Just trust me, I've seen the future. Just like, I don't know, man. Just whew. But I saw the future on this play, bro. I saw the future. And I said, go for the field goal. And I saw Aubrey keeping his, making it 24 for 24 and keeping his 100% field goal percentage. That's what I saw, bro. I don't know what. I can't. Let me just move on because I'm going to get stuck here again. I swear. It's crazy, bro. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Big completion to Fant on the first play that they get the ball back. Last play of the quarter, long play to the running back. First and goal. It was a screen pass. We weren't even ready for it. Clark got caught on a block, and we just had two guys out there, and there was three of them, so that's a losing situation. Last play of the quarter. So now to begin the fourth quarter, they have full momentum that you gave them, Mike McCarthy. And just like that, we're about to lose this game. And I even wrote down just like that. McCarthy looks like a jackass. Instead of having the lead. I even wrote it down. Just like that. I said just like that, and I even wrote it down. It's weird. Anyways, the start of the fourth quarter. Easy touchdown to Metcalf. And that's how you lose to winning teams. That's how you lose the game. Idiocy at its finest. I thought the game was over. I'm telling you. I said it at the beginning. I said it at the top. I've came in here and I've said, a couple weeks ago, I said that I knew we were going to win this game. I wasn't even worried against the Commanders. I wasn't even worried the whole game. I knew we were going to win. Here, I honestly thought we were about to lose, bro. I honestly thought it. It's one of the first times I've ever just felt that we were just going to lose. Like straight up. I just felt it, bro. I've never really felt that way. I'm telling you. Easy TD to Metcalf. 35-27. We're down by 8. Fourth quarter to start the fourth quarter, where we could have had a 2-point lead to start the fourth quarter. Idiocy at its finest. Anyways, we get the ball back. Oh, okay, sleepy. Wow. I think it's the first time I've ever yawned in one of my podcasts. It is 1 a.m. Right when it was, yeah. It's 1 a.m. First time for everything. But anyways, 13 minutes left in the game. Great play by Dak to escape the sack. That was crazy. That was a crazy escape by Dak. How he got away from that sack, bro. It was crazy. That just shows Dak's, like I said, resilience, bro. He's down by 8. We need him to come through for us. And that was all him. Because we gave up a sack. He just got away from it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know what player that was that gave up that sack. Would-be sack. But when you have the strength that Dak has, you escape that. But that was just a crazy, 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 crazy great play by Dak. Props to Dak on that play, bro. That's not enough can be said about that, bro. Honestly. And then 3rd and 12, we don't make it. Goes through Lamb's hands, by the way. Lamb needs to wrap his hands around that ball. Pause. Goes through Dak's hands, and now we kick a field goal. Now we kick a field goal. Now we want to kick a field goal. Now Mike McCarthy wants to kick a field goal to make it 35-30 when it could have already been 35-30 if we had gave up a touchdown after we already had the momentum, which I don't think would have happened. But if it did happen, we would have been down 35-30 already. Then we would have been going to 35-33. You understand what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm saying? But I don't think we would have gave up that, especially that easy of downfield progress. They marched down the field in 2 minutes and got that easy touchdown before our possession. So I don't think that happens if we have the momentum on our side after kicking a field goal, after making a field goal. I don't think that happens. But, you know, here we go. Here we go. Just like that. Now we want to kick a effing field goal. That's what I wrote down. Dumb B word. McCarthy. That's what I wrote down. I wrote it down. I was mad. I just needed to get my anger out. Hey, man. It's my team, bro. You're messing with my team. You're messing with our team. You're a Green Bay Packer, bro. Hope he packs his bags. Speaking of packing. Hope he packs his bags soon because I can't with him, bro. I just can't. I can't, bro. I can't with Mike McCarthy, bro. I'm done with Mike McCarthy, bro. I don't care if we go on and win the Super Bowl. I'm done with Mike McCarthy. I do not feel confident in winning against winning teams, above 500 teams with Mike McCarthy. I do not feel confident anymore, bro. He let me down. Even though we won, he let me down because he made this game way more complicated than it needed to be, bro. The first half and the second half, just no. I'm done with him, bro. Anyways, 25 for 25 is Aubrey now. 35-30, 11 minutes left in the ball game. D-Law, 7 minutes left in the ball game. D-Law's X Factor lights up, and he gets a TFL, tackle for loss, on 4th and 1. Big play, and that was a winning play. Our defense stepped up when it was needed. We're down 35-30 in this situation, and our defense gets us the ball back. 4th and 1, game on the line. You know what I'm saying? 7 minutes left in the ball game, bro. Game on the line. If they march down, if they convert this, I believe they go off and march down and get a touchdown. I believe that because it's just momentum. Once again, it's momentum, bro. If you convert that versus not making it, big swing in momentum, bro. Oh, D-Law's X Factor turned on for sure. It lit up. I saw it. Just like I was playing Madden. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. I'm kidding. You know, my eyesight ain't that bad. My eyesight is actually 20/20, matter of fact. In case you want to talk about bad eyesight. Like Mike McCarthy. And like the dumb announcers that were saying that should have been a catch earlier in the game. No, shouldn't have been a catch. They don't have great eyesight or common sense. I got on my nerves, honestly, when they were arguing that. No. Anyways, big play. That is a winning play. I wrote it down. Winning play, and also gets the momentum back on our side, and that was one of the key plays to us winning the game towards the end. That and the big PI call. Um, I don't even think I wrote down the PI call. Like I said, I don't think I wrote it down. Yeah, because it happened on this drive, I believe. That was the drive it happened on, if I'm not mistaken. But touchdown to Ferguson with 4 minutes left in the ball game. Nice drive by Dak, and then the 2 points to Cooks, the archer. The archer. He didn't arch this because it was a 2 point instead of a 6 point. But I don't think he did. Maybe he could have. I don't know. I didn't see that. But 4 minutes left in the ball game. We are now up with a 2 point conversion, 38-35. Keep in mind, it could have been 41-35 in some way, shape. It could have been more. It could have. This game shouldn't have been that close. It shouldn't have been within a touchdown in the It should have been like a 10-point lead in the last quarter. Okay, so thank you, Mike McCarthy, for making it an interesting game, because this shows that Dak can pull it off. This shows that our team can overcome bad coaching, one, but it can also overcome being down in the game. That's what Key wanted to see in Undisputed. I remember he said that. He said he needed to see this, and he saw it. There we go. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Anyways. Man. Great third and fourth stop by Jordan Lewis. Jordan Lewis had himself a nice little game. He had himself like this was his fourth key stop of the game. So, might he get a game ball? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. So now it is 1:11, just like that. Man, it's crazy. Time flies when you are having fun talking about your boys. 3 minutes left in the ball game. Great stop on 3rd and 4 by Jordan Lewis, bro. That was an awesome PBU. Okay. Separated the defender, separated the receiver from the ball. Great play by him, bro. He got there right on time to break up that pass. Like, it was bang, bang. Awesome play. No PI. Thankfully. It wasn't even close. So, yeah. Not thankfully. But you know what I mean. Like, he could have done it wrong and got in there early, and they would have had a whole new set of downs. And we've been through that. We know that. Pressure on 4th and 4. And then INT by Bland was dropped. But like I said earlier, we got better field possession because he dropped it. So you know what I mean? I forgot who got the pressure, but I mean the pocket just collapsed on Gino, and he just had to get rid of the ball. He had no other option. But yeah, he just threw it up. I think he miscommunicated with his receiver or something like that. He thought he was gonna run like a go sort of, and he just threw it. He just threw it up towards the sideline. Actually, yeah. That was the one towards the sideline. The receiver stopped a little bit short, and yeah, Gino just launched it over the receiver's head and prayed that something would happen. But Bland almost got the pick. Second one would have been the second one of the game after getting burned so much, especially in the first half. He gave up over 100 yards this game. So that would have been the second pick of the game, and that would have been nice, but we got better field position because he dropped it, like I said. So it was a little better that he dropped it, So now, nice jet sweep with Lamb towards the end of the game. 2 minutes left in the game. That was a nice play call. Respect. Respect. I just can't with Mike McCarthy, bro. I just can't. I can't. Even when I say respect, it's cringy. I can't. So now, with About a minute and 50 seconds left in the ball game. 3rd and 3. What do you do? Right? 3rd and 3. Knowing Mike McCarthy, and I would have agreed in this situation. You like to go for it on 4th down. It's 3rd and 3, right? 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the ball game. 3rd and 3. They have 0 timeouts left. They already used them all. They stopped the ball. They stopped the clock with 150. 1 minute and 50 seconds, right? What do you do in that situation? I mean, let me go to as if I was playing Madden. All right, I'll tell you what I'll do. If you're going to go for it on 4th down, which pretty sure he wanted to. He thought about it on 4th and 3, but instead he kicked the field goal. But in this situation, you got to call your best running play. The running play you think is going to get you 5 to 10 yards. Not only 1, 2, or 3 yards. The running play that you think that you have in the tuck, you know what I'm saying? That's going to get you 5 to 10 yards, that crack toss, that what do you call that? When the guard pulls towards the right side, like you run it to, let's just say Zach Martin pulls to the left side to group him with the 2 Smiths. You know what I'm saying? That type of trap run. My bad. Yeah. I forgot that. A trap run where you pull the guard to help to send the to seal the block towards where you want to go. You could have pulled Martin towards the side of Ty and Tyron Smith. Tyler Smith and Tyron Smith. Your 2 Smiths. The best linemen on your line, basically, along with Zach Martin. You could have done that and just hope on 3rd and 3 that they have enough of that power. You could have even, for this play, I would do it. Put Zach Martin under center, bro. Run it to the left side. Show them that we don't care. We know, that we're going to run it to the left side, but we're still going to put Martin at center. That could be something new, bro. That could be a new, you know damn well that your center ain't much of anything when it comes to pushing. He gives up a lot of sacks. That's all I'm saying. Does Biotish. All I'm saying is, in this situation, it's for the game. You want to end it. You want to make sure you call your best run play. I'm moving Zach Martin. I don't care. I'm moving him to center and snapping the ball with him under center, so we could push to that left side and get those 3 yards that we need to end the game. That's what I would do. I would also, pull Martin towards the Smiths sides, the Smiths with an S side, to bang in there and get those 3 yards. Or you could do like a crack toss. You could, have Ty Smith, number 73, pull and go and crack pitch and run to the right side. Something like that. Whatever one of those combinations, bro, to just get those 3 yards. And if you get stopped, the clock keeps going. They end up getting the ball back with 50 seconds left, as opposed to with 1 minute and 50 seconds left. You see what I'm saying? Big difference there. But, no surprise that Mike McCarthy just chokes again and calls a field goal. On 3rd and 3, calls a pass play, which gets incomplete, falls incomplete. And now there's a minute and 46 seconds left on the clock, as opposed to less than a minute left if you go for the run. And then from there, if you don't make it and it's 4th and 1, hey, tush push, try to end the game. I don't have a problem with that. Going for it on 4th down to end the game. I don't have a problem with that. You already have the lead. If anything, they'll be deep in their own territory with 50 seconds left or 40 seconds left, with no timeouts, trying to march down the field to go win the game because they need a touchdown to win the game. They could have tied it with a field goal in that situation if we wouldn't have gotten another field goal. Because assuming we would have went for it, we wouldn't have gotten the points, right? So they would have only been down 35-38. But go for the run on 3rd and 3. Waste the clock. Do the smart thing, bro. Mike McCarthy always does the opposite of what I'm thinking, and the opposite of what I'm thinking is always the stupid call. Like, it's always the call that's gonna risk our win, our dub. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a 2-hour podcast after a win. I knew it was gonna be a long podcast. I knew it. I felt it. I knew it. I felt it. I knew it. I felt it. But we get 3 points. Aubrey is now, after this, I didn't even write it down. Wow. Why wouldn't I write down what our star kicker's new streak is? Field goal. 25 or 25. Okay. Yeah. I did write it down. What am I smoking? All right. Aubrey's now 26 for 26. 1 minute 43 seconds left is when they get the ball back. With what they get the ball back with. And we're going to the last key play right here. All right. Once again, great play by Jordan Lewis on 3rd and 2, bro. He had a PBU on 3rd and 4 on the possession before that, another key possession. And then here, 3rd and 2, gets another PBU, bro. Great game by Jordan Lewis, bro. This was him putting a statement out there. Like, hey, I'm still him in the slot. You know what I'm saying? Whether he was maybe a little banged up or what, I don't know. But he had not been playing the best ball. I had said a couple weeks ago that he's the weakest link. It's obvious. Everyone knows that. But today, Bland looked like the weakest link. And Jordan Lewis looked like the better corner. But, I mean, obviously, Jordan Lewis is slot. But just this game, I'm not saying he is. There's no way in hell that Lewis is a better corner than Bland. At this point in time. Never was. But great play by Lewis on 3rd and 2. Clutch, bro. Clutch without even getting a PI called on him. That is clutch, bro. Big. So then 4th and 2. After that, pressure by Micah, by the Lion. Game over. And we get the dub 35-41. That does it for the key plays. Hope y'all enjoyed me, bro. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Of course, this video is not over. We still need the team stats, the player stats, and the game balls. And to talk about a little bit of our next opponent. 35-41, we win the game. We are now 9-3 We need the Eagles to lose versus the Niners. That would be big. But let's go down the player stats. Now that I am done venting about this game. I'm trying to end it. I'm gonna try to end it at 2 hours right here. 5 minutes. I got 5 minutes. Dak Prescott went 29 for 41, 299 yards. This was not a 300-yard game, sadly. Just needed one more yard, bro. But this wasn't that type of game where you could go ahead and try to get the stats. Matter of fact, maybe that's why they went for the pass towards the end of the game. That would be very dumb if you're just trying to get him 300 yards. That would be dumb. I hope they didn't. I hope that wasn't part of the decision. I doubt it, though. But 29 to 41, 299 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and no fumbles. Dak is playing out of his mind. He's becoming my favorite quarterback in the NFL. Because he wasn't already. He was getting on my nerves so much for his whole career that he wasn't. But he's great to watch. He, in this post-game interview, okay, he said how after the Niners game, which was when I came in here and said, we need to do this to win, we need to do that to win, we need to do this to win. After that Niners game, me and Dag were on the same page because he said after that Niners game, in the post game, he said after that Niners game, he was just like, all right, I need to get back to my old ways of extending the play and using my legs more. And like putting more effort into extending the plays and getting those key first downs and stuff like that by just extending the play, moving the chains more, keeping the pressure on the defense, using your legs. He wasn't on that, but he changed his mindset. It's very clear to see that Dak is on another stratosphere right now. He's on another way of thinking now, and that happened after that Niners game, and I felt it, bro. I felt that this is what he needs to do to win. Start taking advantage of one-on-ones, audibles, checks and audibles. I said it, bro. Go back and look at my video. This is why you need to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell to me, because I say things that come into fruition. I don't know if y'all notice too with me, but if y'all do, I mean, hell, go do your own podcasting because you're good too. But all I'm saying is this is why I do it, man, because I know what I'm saying. And after that, Dak was on the same page and he started doing the things that I was saying in the video that he needed to do. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, but he mentioned it there in the post game, and that's awesome. I should have said that at the top of the show. I forgot. But once again, here I am saying something that's reiterated by some. It's crazy. Pollard, 20 carries for 68 yards, 3.4 a carry, 1 touchdown. Lamb, 12 catches, 116 yards, 9.7 a catch, 1 touchdown. Before Lamb started his 150-yard streak, remember that? I had came in here and on my podcast, go back and check, I had said that Lamb needs to be a 100. We need to feed him the ball like they were feeding the ball to Cooper Kupp when he led the league in receptions. When they were feeding the ball to, I always want to call him Michael Gallup for some reason. Number 13, Michael Thomas, number 13 from the Saints, when he led the league in catches, in receptions. The way they were feeding the ball to those guys when they led, just you knew that it was going to them. You knew it was going to them. You knew it was going to them. That's the way Lamb needed to be. I came in here and said it. Then it started happening. That's the type of stuff that I'm saying that I'm calling, bro, before it happens, and it's crazy. I'm just saying, man. If you watch my videos, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. I'm saying the things before it happens. You know what I'm saying? all the times we've gone for it, and I say don't go for it, and we would win the game. It would make it easier against winning teams. We need to start doing that. If we start doing that, we're gonna beat those teams with winning records. We just take the field goal, play a little more conservative at the beginning of the game. You could do all that risky stuff at the end of the game when maybe the game is on the line. You know what I'm saying? That's different. But yeah. Anyways, we need to stop that, man. We need to stop that. That's one of the things we need to do to start beating the winning teams, is what I'm saying. And I'm saying it here right now. So hopefully we stop that bull crap. Ferguson, 6 catches, 77 yards, 12.8 a grab, and 1 touchdown. He's growing on me. Cooks, 4 catches for 45 yards, 11.2 a catch, and 1 touchdown. Cooks had himself a little game right here. 50, half a century mark. Hankins had 1 sack. They were saying post game that we didn't have any sacks, that they didn't allow any sacks. But Hankins had a sack on the stat column, and in our team stats we had a sack. So I don't know what they were seeing over there, but we had a sack. Bland, 1 INT. I told you they were blind. I knew it. Bland had 1 INT, and that does it for our defense as far as sacks and INTs. But Micah had a few pressures and got the key one at the end. Almost like a sack, basically a sack, because Gino just threw it away at his running back's feet. Like, that's basically a sack, bro, but it doesn't count on the stat sheet. Counts as a pressure. Gino was 23 for 41, 334 yards, 3 TDs, and 1 INT thrown. Great game by Gino, bro, honestly. He faced a great defense and almost came out with the victory. Gino did his thing, bro. It's not Gino the reason why the Seahawks lost. Not really. It was more all the penalties that they got. And of course, our resilient team. You know what I'm saying? And our talent. Duh. Charbonnet, their running back, 19 carries for 60 yards, 3.2 a carry, and 1 touchdown. Metcalf, 6 grabs for 134 yards, 22.3 a catch, and 3 touchdowns. We wanted to know what Bland would look like against Metcalf, and we found out the hard way. That's all I'm going to say. That's crazy. That was nasty. Metcalf had himself a game, but we came out on top. Sorry about that. And Jigba, Smith and Jigba, whatever his full name is, 7 grabs for 62 yards, 8.9 a grab. We held him in check. He did catch on us and stuff, but we held him in check. He almost got a touchdown, but wasn't a touchdown. Hit the ball, hit the ground. The ground cannot help you catch the ball, bro. Can't do that. It's against the rules. It's an incomplete pass. And now for the team stats. I said I was going to try to end this at 2 hours, but here we go. Team stats. All right. We were very comparable with the Seahawks and the team stats. So, team stats, we have Seahawks, 406 total yards. We had 411 total yards. So that's right there. Passing yards, they had 334 passing yards. We had 275 passing yards. I guess the sacks do remove the passing yardage. Yeah. So, rushing yards. They had 72 rushing yards. We had 136. That's nice. 136 rushing yards. That is nice. Pollard had 68 of those rushing yards. But that's where I want to be for every game, bro. At least 130 and up. 130 yards and up. You know what I'm saying? That's where we want to be. Per game. But yeah, yards per play. They had 6.3 yards per play. We had 5.2. They beat us on that. That's always a key stat, bro. Yards per play on every game. And the first downs, which is the next one that's coming up, they had 25 first downs. We had 33 first downs. We beat them on that. See? Kept the ball moving. Third down efficiency, we're very close. Third down efficiency. 9 for 14 for them. We were 8 for 14. So they did a little better than us on third downs, bro. Crazy. And we still won. Fourth down efficiency for them. Maybe this was the deciding factor right here. 0 for 3 for them. 1 for 2 for us. Should have been 1 for 1. And we shouldn't have gone for the other one. But whatever. Total plays. They had 64. We had 79. That's also what won us the game. We had more time, more chances to score. So more total plays. Sacks allowed. They allowed 1. And we allowed 4. Punts, 0 punts for both teams in this game, bro. Penalties. We were very much like holding up to being the first and second most penalized teams in the league. They had 10 penalties for 130 yards. We had 9 penalties for 127 yards. We each almost, I was about to say, we each had more penalty yards than rushing yards, but they had more penalty yards than rushing yards. We had 9 more rushing yards than penalty yards. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing, bro. But we got the win. But they had 10 penalties for 130 yards. They had 12 penalties last week for 130 yards. So their 130 yards average game in penalties is shooting them in the foot because they lost by a field goal last week, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so not good. Fumbles lost, 0 and 0. Nobody lost a fumble. Interceptions thrown, another key stat. We got 1 pick. They got 0. Time of possession, my kind of favorite stat. I don't know. 23.33. 23 minutes and 33 seconds for them. 36 minutes and 27 seconds for the good guys. For America's team. You know what I'm saying? For them boys. You know what I'm saying? So we get the L. We come out of there resilient as hell, bro. So that was the team stats. Now let me give away the ever famous in my podcast, the game balls. All right. This one, offense, goes out to who other than hopefully the future MVP of the league this year, Dak Prescott, bro. This is his 4th game ball of the season. He was 29 for 41, 299 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 fumbles, and 0 interceptions. So this goes out to Dak, bro. He was amazing this game. He's been amazing. He needs to keep playing this way. If your coach, when you have a coach like this, bro, I don't even know how to say it. I'm just not going to say it, bro. Dak's amazing play is helping us win ball games. And the play calling. But not the decision making for the play caller. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. Game ball for defense. This one is special because it's his first one of the season. I'm going to do it. I know our boy Bland, you know, honorable mention Bland for being resilient, bro. and still getting a very key clutch pick in the second half after getting burned the whole first. My bad, I keep hitting the mic today. After getting burned the whole first half, very, very resilient game by Deron Bland, our next up star corner. But that's an honorable mention. The honorable mention does not get the trophies. This goes out to Jordan Lewis, man. I got to give it to Jordan Lewis, his first one of the season. And he deserved it because, like, bro, he had like 3 third down pass breakups. Or even 4. I didn't count them. But very key, bro. Very key. Of course, D Law is another honorable mention. He made a great stop on 4th and 1 to help us seal the game. To get us the ball back, to waste the clock a little and almost score a touchdown. But we settled for a field goal. But D Law got us the ball back in that situation. But hey, D Law, Micah, Jordan Lewis, Deron Bland, you know what I'm saying? They all deserve some love also. But, Jordan Lewis, I had to give it to him, bro, because this was a great game by him. Played very good and clutch. Clutch helped to seal the game. No question about it, bro. So he gets that. So now moving on to our next opponent. Very quick. The game, December 10th at 7:20 p.m. my time, Central Standard Time. Here in Texas, you know what I'm saying? In the land of the Cowboys, America's team. Sunday, December 10th, next opponent versus Eagles. That means we're home. We're not at Eagles. We already did that. My prediction is that I need to start doing this, you know what I'm saying? I need to start doing a little prediction type of. My prediction is that we're going to win. The Eagles are not going to sweep us. It's not my hope. It's my prediction. It's different. All right? So I feel like we're going to beat the Eagles. I feel like we'll beat them by like 10, 30-20, something like that. I feel like we're going to draw up a good game plan. I feel like we won't have as many penalties against them as we did today. I feel like we'll come ready to play. I feel like the Seahawks just sort of caught us off guard a little bit. It was almost a trap game, bro. It's kind of like that, kind of. Because they weren't playing the greatest football coming into this game, you know what I'm saying? So the Eagles, we'll see if they're going to win or lose on Sunday or Monday, whenever they play next. We'll see how they do against the 49ers. That's going to say a lot. You know what I'm saying? That is going to say a lot. But nonetheless, my eyes are red. I'm ready to go get food. Trying to end this here. But yeah, the last game, I didn't even write down who they faced. Oh yeah, it was the Bills. They ended up, man, that game broke my heart. But that game said a lot about Jalen Hurts. That game said a lot about Jalen Hurts, bro. Credit to him for pulling that out of his behind. 37-34 versus the on the rainy. It was just wet. It was just raining hard almost the whole fourth quarter. Crazy. It was a crazy win, bro. I wish the Bills would have stopped them. I wish the Bills, Josh Allen would have played a little better. You know what I'm saying? He did play very good, but Hurts went 18 for 31 in that game, 200 yards. Not great numbers, but he did have 3 touchdowns. He did throw 1 pick, but 3 touchdowns. That's the key one was the one he rushed for. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think that was he had 2 rushing TDs. Okay. He had 2 rushing TDs, 3 throwing TDs. Wow. Is that correct, or is that just was the 2 out of the 3 TDs that they marked down for him? Because those are passing. So yeah, that's crazy. He had himself 200 yards in the air and 665 more yards on the ground with him running. He had 14 rushes for 65 yards, 4.6 a rush, which is good, and 2 touchdowns on the ground, bro. Crazy. Swift, 14 carries for 80 yards, 5.7 a carry. Deontay Smith, I think is his name. 7 catches for 106 yards, 15.1 a catch, and 1 touchdown. And they forced a fumble and an INT, and they had 1 sack. Or did they have a fumble and an INT, is what I wrote down. They had a fumble and an INT, I believe is what I was trying to say here. But they only had 1 sack for the game. You know? It's like, well, we only had 1 sack for this game, and, we did a lot of pressures. So that doesn't always say the whole story. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, we have a tough test. Our next game on Sunday night. But that does it for me, bro. If you F with me, like, comment, subscribe. I promise you're going to get my heart, what's in my heart, all the time, okay? So I'll be here after every game, 1 to 3 hours after every game. It is now a few hours after this game because, I took a while. I watched the post game. And then I took 2 hours on the video. So then by the time it uploads and all that, it's like 4 hours after. But I'm, every time after every Cowboy game, couple hours after, I will be uploading. Ring the notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload, so that you won't have to guess when I'm, check. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know your life, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, F with me. If you F with me, like, comment, subscribe. I said that wrong. But and ring the notification bell, please. It helps a lot, guys. You have no idea. I'm almost at 20 subscribers. But my last video, I forgot to mention at the top of the video. What is wrong with me, bro? I didn't even give myself credit. My last video was my first video to ever get over 100 views. Claps for me, bro. Like, wow. I was shocked. That felt good. I forgot to mention at the top of this. Why? But that would have been a nice little introduction. You know what I'm saying? But I was like caught up in the moment of complaining about my little rant on Mike McCarthy. But my last video went over 100, bro. Crazy. And thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate every single one of you that watch, even though not everyone subscribes. So subscribe, okay? I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm almost up to 20 subs. Trying to get to that mark. That's the first mark. That's the first little, milestone, I guess. Maybe 25 would be the milestone. But hey, 20 is good too. So trying to get there. But until next time, we them boys. We're America's team. How about them Cowboys? See you next time, guys. See you after the win against the Eagles.